Good morning, everybody, and welcome inside the St. Margaret's Center here, Fountain Arena, for this morning matchup between the visiting Joneljim Cougars in 8th place, 8-12, 2-1 record, taking on the first place Gulls here, the home team, 21-1. They just picked up their first loss last week against the Wolverines. They are 4-1 in their last 5. Last game for the Gulls, an 8-1 victory yesterday over the Bandits, and for the Cougars, a 3-1 victory over the Rangers. My name is Matt Dudelay for High Button Sports. We thank you for tuning in here this morning. A little rescheduled game, get these Cougars boys back on the road safely is the game plan, and we are officially underway here now as the Gulls will win the first draw. Worked up the wall, dumped back in, starting goaltender for the Gulls, number 31, Landon Rogerson, as you just saw there, touched the puck. Cannon, the captain, fires it through the neutral zone. Douglas picks it up and gets it in deep. Cougars retreating. Chipped off the glass, and that one's going to go up into the netting and out of play. So we'll have our first stoppage of play here. So the game originally supposed to be at 12:15, switch it to 10:15. Now we've seen quite a few schedule changes here this weekend across all leagues, which you would have to expect with a storm impending. So another full day of action here, though, however. So Gulls looking to remain in their winning ways, and same as the Cougars, 2-3 in their last 5, but picked up a win most recently now as it's pushed across here by the Cougars. Through the middle of the ice, nice little pass that gets by everybody, as the intended target was Kellen Buckley. So it's going to be an icing charged to the Cougars here. So we'll have a face-off to the left side of starting goaltender for the Cougars, Rylan Landry, wearing number 30 here this morning. Puck is down off the draw. Sears, a hat-trick in yesterday's game. Out there with league leader Bowen Cranston, having himself a fantastic rookie season. Now is Sears back in his own zone to collect. He'll fire it up the middle. Cranston was loose in behind, and Sears came flying through and just missed that one as it's looped back for Noel. Noel up the right side now is Cranston. Cranston chipped it through the middle. Sears trying to knock down a bouncing puck, but it gets over his stick and into the corner. Back for it there was Braun. He works around to the far side. And on the forecheck go the Gulls. Sears a backhand chance that was blocked along the way as Braun got in the lane. And now he's going to head north here. Linus Braun chips it by. Henneberry went for the big hip check there and just missed his man. It's McNeil in on the forecheck. Reverse back the other way. Cross ice pass. Levy out of his reach. As Timmins tried to get that in deep. Was only able to get it just inside the blue line, as that's as far as that'll go. Now it's partnered across. Quickly up the Cougars. Good neutral zone breakout there that allowed them to get the red line and get it in deep. And they were able to complete a change. Drop back. Henneberry for Zwicker. Zwicker saw some ice, so he's going to take it here down the left side. Jack Zwicker just dodged a hit there. So you could hear the gas from the crowd here. Double teamed in behind the goal. Gulls looking to take possession. Nordine, Magnus, fantastic first name. Shout out to his parents. It's a pretty big name in the NHL for my era anyways. Partnered across. Up on the outlet. Zwicker. Cross for Pelham. Pelham gets the red line, gets it in deep. Landry out to play it quickly. Pretty mobile young netminder down there as he got out there in a hurry. So Nathan McNeil in the lineup here for the Gulls. An affiliate player wearing number 3. Keep an eye out for him. Loop back now. Gulls cross ice pass. Douglas looking for the return, but it was intercepted as now Paxton Kennedy will pick it up. Kennedy, cross ice pass into the feet of the Cougars defense as Cannon tried to get it in deep. Douglas in on the forecheck, but the Cougars come away with it. Little move inside the blue line. Pushed inside the Gulls zone now. Turnaround pass back the other way. Trying to get going here on the attack is Miller Cannon. Over to Douglas. Had it poked off his stick. Now back the other way is O'Neill. O'Neill had it taken away there. Sergeant Greenwood was in the mix. He gets rubbed off the puck there. Now back the other way go the Cougars. O'Neill walks in, shot there. That was deflected. And that goes up into the netting and out of play. So we'll have a stoppage here. So we touched on Cranston. You probably heard his name quite a bit. 31 goals, 27 assists for 58 points. And the most amazing stat for me is a guy with the puck that much, only 3 penalties to speak of. So playing a clean game. Love to see that. Now Sears back the other way. He's got Cranston driving the front of the net. Sears tried to center. Picked off there by Dixon. Levy lost the puck. Now the Cougars are going to head in transition here. 2-on-1 forming. Good job to stay on side. Dixon shot there, and Rogerson the save. And he will glove it down and hang on. So Rogerson 11-0 with a 1.98 GAA and a .921 save percentage. And his partner Wyatt Espa 9-2. Face-off now is down. Levy through the middle for Sears. Sears sitting right behind Cranston, 52 points. Nice little two-man tandem there as the Cougars are going to head back the other way. Stopped up was Parks. Good gap control there from Noel. Forces the Cougars to dump. All the way around the far side. Fake the pick up towards the goal. Rogerson the save. The rebound is loose. Still at the side of the goal now. And now finally the whistle will go. As Rogerson stands tall down there. There's a couple whacks at it. The face-off's going to come inside the goal zone here as we approach the 10-minute mark. It's going to be tough to do the face-off without the puck, which they do have in possession now. Puck is down, pushed off the wall, right off the draw. Over there on the side wall, just in front of the Gulls bench. One thing I've noticed, Gulls all sitting, Cougars up on their feet. Looks like Cougars have a little bit of a shorter bench here today. Cougars taking away the time and space early on here as Greenwood takes a bump from Graves. In over the line goes Zwicker. Looking for the trailer, picked off, chipped through the middle. Intended target was Graves. They weren't able to get it to him. Now it's chipped inside the zone. Rogerson out to play it here and behind the goal. He'll leave it there for Sergeant Greenwood. Greenwood tried to fire across ice, had to hit his skate, so Nordine's back for it. Back to Greenwood. Greenwood quickly up the left side, too far out of McKinnon's reach. So now the Gulls will retreat back inside their own zone here. Partnered across for Greenwood once again. Greenwood loops it back there for Kennedy. Kennedy up the far side. Off the stick of Zwicker and inside the zone. In the corner it goes. Hit thrown down there in the corner. Now on the half wall. Cougars looking for the exit, but the Gulls hold the zone. Landry out to leave that there for his D-man. Run around the far side by Barry. And that one's going to be chipped off a stick and up and out of play. So 9-12 left to go here in this first period, 15-minute period, of course, as I'm sure you're all aware. So the Western and Bombers game for this league was postponed due to impending weather. A little bit of a hike from Bridgewater, Liverpool, Yarmouth, etc. to Pictou County. Dufour able to hold the line as he knocked that one down with a hand dangerously in front there as Dylan Dixon had to be careful. Now he'll stop up, reverse it back the other way for Braun. Nice play there to alleviate pressure and create some space. Out to the neutral zone now. Dufour surveys, spins, backhands up the strong side. Braun finds it and he's going to fire it in deep. One of the Cougars forwards, Parks, was caught in the zone. Now his cannon up the left side. Had it poked off his stick and the Cougars will grab it and dump it in deep. Rogerson out to play it, had a hard time with it as it scoots by him. Through the middle of the ice now, Sears back defensively to pick it up, try to make a pass. Fanned on the attempt, so he'll have to retreat back now as the Cougars held it in. Now, they might have been thinking offside there, or yes it was. I was going to say the Gulls, I thought, brought it back in. As Cranston now will collect with some space. He'll work his way through the neutral zone. Cranston over the left. He's going to have to leave that there as Sears got caught cheating a little bit there and got ahead of the play. Left side, Braun. Sears will finish his check. Rogerson out to play that one. Got a stick on it. It's Dufour, partnered off the wall. Now Levy Not there in time as the puck will exit, though, as Johnston picks it up here for the Gulls. He'll work through the neutral zone, off the red line and in deep. Icing waved off. Clearing attempt, fanned on, down there in the corner. As away goes Adam Levy. He'll fire across ice for Sears. Sears tried to scoot one under for Cranston, who will get in there on the forecheck. Cranston in behind the goal. He'll draw some attention. Left it there for Henneberry. Henneberry saucer down low for Levy. Levy towards the front of the goal. He got Cranston on the come through, but it bounced off his stick. Oh, front now, nice pass. Levy was Sears, and that one's going to be sent the length, and that is going to be icing here, charged to the Cougars. So a couple anxious moments there in front of the goal. 2026 Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League live on High Button Sports all season long. Face off to the left side of Landry. Puck is down, one cleanly here by the Gulls. Greenwood works from the point. He'll fire a shot through a crowd blocker. Save, Landry looking for the rebound down into the butterfly. Now it's going to be poked free here. It's Magnus Nordin down deep. He'll work in front. Still with it now and behind the goal. Cycled down low. They fired around to the far side. Greenwood was ready there at the point, but it didn't quite make its way there. Now as Pelham was taken down, fans wanted a penalty. It was maybe a little bit dangerous, but it was a very slow fall. But it looks like Pelham's going to be okay, though, and that's the main thing, because now that one's going to be ripped in as a souvenir. So the face-off's going to come back outside into the neutral zone area, just in front of the Gulls, or sorry, the Cougars bench. By the Gulls here off the draw. Red line looking for a direct pass. Didn't have anything as all of his teammates were stopped up at the blue line waiting for that puck to get in deep. And as a D-man, if you see your teammates at the blue line stopped, get that puck in deep and allow them to get in on the forecheck. Now as the Cougars getting caught offside. Spun back. Kennedy left it there for Noel. He'll have to go back. Noel partnered it across. Having a hard time there off that right corner. Douglas couldn't find it. Parks looking to get freed up, and now it's going to be Parker Douglas back the other way. Douglas trying to work right down Broadway. He had a step there for a moment and had it poked off his stick at the last second. Now Cranston walks in. He intercepts down the left side. Cranston had his steam around the net. Widens up that stance there. Shot towards the goal, and just never know. That rebound came free. Landry was able to clear it out of harm's way. Held up on the side wall. Cranston looking for it. He finds it. Tried to center for Levy. Rolled off his stick. Centering pass, and no one there for the Gulls as we'll head back out into the neutral zone here. Greenwood tried to feed Levy on the opening that he had on the skates there, but the Cougars intercept back the other way as Parks, 1-on-2. Able to get the puck in deep. That's as far as they'll get now as a return. Sears fired it cross ice. Levy didn't quite get there in time. Barry across for his partner Dixon, who will return the favor in behind the goal as he takes a bump. Up the left side. Cougars looking for the exit here. Cranston battling away. Levy in there as well to help. Johnston got left the puck there unintentionally, but he tried to get it in deep. Wasn't able to do so. Now is Dufour able to get that over to the left side. Barry to the blue line and in deep. Rogerson out to play it. He'll rim it around the far side. Sears 3 shoulder checks there. And that's the name of the game. If you can understand where the traffic and defense is coming from before you pick that puck up, you do have an advantage. Now it's a 2-on-2. O'Neill in through the middle for Johnson. Cougars parents very lively here this morning. Love to see the support. Played with a high stick now. Noel touches it up, so no high stick on the play. Henneberry couldn't handle. Now out front there, Rogerson got the paddle down. Now a shot at the side of the goal was Timmins. And Rogerson stayed strong. Chipped off the wall. Sears looking to go the other way and will. Chip through, couldn't get around the defender. The puck did, but he couldn't. Now is O'Neill. He'll take a bump. Turned over. Red line and deep for the Cougars. Very simple stuff here as they'll complete a change. Looks like they only have 7 forwards here, or the Cougars here today, and 5D. Interesting numbers. Gulls unable to get the puck out. Cougars doing a good job of holding the line, whacking away at it. Now it'll come out. Pelham able to get that puck to the red line, and he'll get it in deep. In on the forecheck is Zwicker, but it's the Cougars who come away with it, but they turn it over. Just inside the blue line now. Kennedy down deep. Zwicker to the trailer. Opportunity for a shot there was Nathan McNeil getting a touch early in his first touches of the game. Out front. Back up to the point. Kennedy takes the partner pass. He'll walk in. Looking for deflection there. That puck had eyes, and it just missed on the far side. Now it was McNeil on his way through. Jollymore poke the puck free. Cougars in their own zone here. 2 minutes, 39 seconds left to go here in the first. Still no score. Cougars looking to chip off the wall. Now it's Jollymore who intercepts. He'll head back in transition, try to get it in deep. Wasn't able to do so. Good gap control here by the Cougars. Dixon. Some sloppy play here through the neutral zone, but it's the Gulls who come away with it. 3-on-2 forming, and that's going to be whistled on the offside. Just at the blue line, so we'll halt play here. So late change here for the Cougars. So they're just going to keep that guy over at the far side in front of the bench so they can get him off right away. And that's exactly what they'll do. So Sears touched that up just inside the line. That's going to be offside as well. So we'll go right back, where we started here. Poked off the face-off. Sears looking to get in on the forecheck, something he does very well. Been watching Sears through our platform for a few years now. Even done a little time on the mic for us, some interviews, a little mic'd up. Not a shy kid whatsoever. There's now Dixon with a good head of steam. He'll stop up, shot towards the goal. Rogerson, no problem there. Cranston tried to get it up to Sears. Now Sears will work through. Levy, nice little move as he shakes around the first D-man, tries to poke it free. Now he's going to go back the other way, almost got free through the middle. Now, and that's going to be a lead pass. And it's going to be nowhere near the mark there. Tough bounce for the Cougars as they were off to the races there. So 90 seconds left to go here in the first frame. Still scoreless. 5-4 the shots in favor of the Cougars here. We'll have a face-off to the right side of Landry. Picked up here. Cross-ice pass for Noel. Noel winds, fires, shot there in front, tipped, and Landry had to be sharp and was. So he smothers up that deflection. Brisk morning here at the St. Margaret's Centre. So to the left side of Landry we go. Just underneath the small town big dream sign of local legend Brad Marchand. If you don't know that name, don't really know what to tell you. Noel holds the line, comes back to him. He'll carry it in deep. Nice move, finds a lane, and nearly got himself freed up, but a good poke check there by the Cougars defense as they're going to go back the other way. That was Graves, tripped up. Play continues. Through the neutral zone now, Barry collects, wheels back, last man back, moves it up the left side for Graves. Chipped free. Parks didn't know where it was. If he did, he would have been off to the races. Now he's going to find a loose puck. Opportunity in all alone. Rogerson the save, rebound, spin around shot off a set of skates. And the clearing attempt will get outside the zone now as Barry back for it. Turned it over. Opportunity, shot there, was deflected and didn't make its way to the goal. 25 seconds left to go here in the first. Up the right side, the outlet pass. It'll get to the blue line, and it won't be out. A big hit from Jollymore there, and it just clipped Braun. Now Douglas back the other way. Douglas, right side, toe drag shot there, and it surprised Landry. He got a glove on it. Real good release there from Parker Douglas. And now the Cougars are back the other way in transition. 1-on-2. Trying to delay. Real good defensive play there from Kennedy. Took away his time and space, and that'll do it here for the first period. 15 minutes come, 15 minutes gone. No score after one. We'll be back with the second period here in just a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. 20 minutes on the board. Second period just about underway. These shots after 15 minutes, 6-5 in favor of the Cougars. And we are officially underway here now in the second period. Up the right side for Levy. He's going to get in on the forecheck. He's got Vinny Sims down there as well. Back to the point. Right side, shot there. Landry the save. Rebound was cleared. Now Greenwood. He'll try and circle it in deep. Wasn't able to get it fully in the zone. Try and show you that at the next one. They got a pup in here now is Cranston. Opportunity with a laser and a shot there, and it finds its way through. Bowen Cranston blew one through the goalie, his 32nd goal of the season, and he will break the ice early on here in the second period. So Landry made the initial save, but it just kind of squeezed through when he was trying to squeeze it. So we know it's 9 for 59 points. Approaching the 60 mark plateau here. So we'll see who gets the assists officially, or if there was any. So 1-0 Gulls here after no goals in the first 15 minutes. The Gulls strike early here in the second. So whatever Coach Shaw said in the intermission obviously resonated with them so far. Cannon in on the forecheck. Comes away with it. Cross ice pass. It'll come all the way to the blue line. Dufour wasn't able to read the bounce. He nearly turned it over. Up the middle of the ice, and icing's going to be waved off. Back for it now are the Gulls. Out through the neutral zone it goes now. All the way back down into the Cougars' defensive end. McNeil back, passed out front, Cannon shot there. A quick release off the mask of Landry, and he gives his helmet a quick tap there. Thanking his melon there for that save, and I wasn't around for, that was Levy backdoor Cranston. He had him for .60 and just missed him. All I was going to say was I wasn't around for the goalies with no mask, but every time someone gets hit in the head, that's immediately what I think of. Now Cranston, nice pass to Sears, quickly got rid of it. Now Sears through the middle looking for Cranston on the scene. Turned it over, Dixon up to the blue line. Henneberry trips his man up, and that looked like a penalty to me, but I'm not wearing the stripes, so it doesn't matter. Landry, front there, and it rolled through the crease. Anxious moment there for the Cougars goaltender as he just couldn't get it off the bounce. Now is Greenwood. Back to the point, spins off, cross ice for Henneberry. Cranston turns and fires. Johnson will finish his check late there. Back to the point, towards the front of the goal, tipped in front, Landry the save, and good job to stay sharp as he was able to find that puck through a little bit of a crowd. And he will make the save. So no announcement on the goal, so I have to do a little digging here. So Cranston from Levy and Sergeant Greenwood is that goal. So it looks like the Cougars missing a player here. So they'll get fully squared up. Face off to the left side of Landry. Won cleanly here by the Gulls. Work back to the point. In deep. Trying to go back the other way now are the Cougars. Held it in though was Pelham. Through the seam for Zwicker. In on Landry, and with 3 white jerseys circling. He'll cover it up here and hang on. Nathan McNeil back out there, as you see just on the right side of your screen. Coach is doing a good job of working him in the lineup. Shake move there. Cross for McNeil. McNeil winds, fires through a crowd that was a little bit high, and it hit his player in front, Zwicker, in the midsection. And now back go the Cougars. Graves, the captain of that ship there for the Cougars, trying to find it there and just dodged a hit. Heads up there with the stick up near the head. It's the Gulls. Move it up the left side. Zwicker bounces one in. He'll get in the forecheck. Landry left it there for his defense. Behind now. Partnered across. Good forecheck here from the Gulls, forcing the Cougars to defend. So that one goes off the glass, and that one's actually going to go off the netting. And out of play, so the faceoff will come back down inside the Cougar zone here. Cranston and O'Neill on the draw. Cougars looking for the exit here. And now back the other way. Cranston a shot there. Landry had to be sharp. And was there. So we'll have another face-off here. Inside the Cougar zone now. This time to the left side. Cougars will collect off the draw. Outside the zone it goes, and now it's going to be played with a high stick, so the whistle is going to go. Looks like it's going to be just right here in front of us now. Novas and Cougars just about to get warm-up underway there as the Gulls will take off the draw here. Into the corner, O'Neill on the forecheck, takes his man out, rimmed around the far side. Noel. Good angle there from Cougars now out front there, a one-time chance. Puck still loose, opportunity to shoot, and Rogerson sharp there to make the save. Rebound still loose in the high slot. Turnaround shot there, that hit a set of skates. What a sequence there from the Cougars, and now the whistle's gonna go. And we got some extra curricular activity here as Cannon and Sims get tangled up, but in the meantime, the net was knocked off the pegs. So as I mentioned, the Bombers and Western game canceled. Only 3 games in the U15 league here today. 15:50, 4 minutes and 10 seconds here into the second period. Right off the draw, Dixon a shot, Rogerson the save. Zwicker now in transition, 3-on-2 forming here for the Gulls. Down the right side, oh, what a hit! Just a good, clean hockey play, and you got to hand it to Zwicker, just trying to muscle his way down the wall. No shortcuts out of that guy, but man, what a body there. And when you talk about body checking, that's exactly what you're looking for, and I do believe it was Linus Braun who finished his check, and once again, to Zwicker, right back up to his feet. And back in on the forecheck, chipped off the wall now as the Cougars in a foot race. Johnston against Henneberry. Johnston all alone to the forehand. Oh, what a save, Rogerson. What a burst of speed there from Avery Johnston. Now it's Lusso front again, and the Cougars cleared. Chipped off the wall. Zwicker cuts back the other way, through the middle, turned it over. Braun, a great shift for him as he intercepted. A little dangerous pass through the middle now. Dixon holds the line for the Cougars. Game opening up here now. Down low. Greenwood picks it up in behind his own goal. Up the left side for McKinnon. McKinnon through the middle of the ice. Off a set of skates. That'll stay inside the zone. Gulls getting caught, forcing some pucks here through those lanes. That's going to be chipped off the wall. Greenwood gets it. Couldn't hang on. Back the other way is Buckley. Buckley down the right side. He stops up, waiting for some support. Finds the trailer. Graves. Now to the left side. Sims a quick turnaround shot, Parks. And now it's going to be poked out front. Cranston takes the return pass. He'll turn and fire it across for Sears on the left side. Sears back to the levee. The trailer. Shot there. Rebound. He scores. Grayson Sears picks up his 24th goal of the season. And the Gulls double down here on a good transition play, a good clean breakout. And a good zone entry there. And all it took was a shot low. Turner made the save, Landry made the save. And the rebound kicked out. Sears, F2, driving the back post as he should. And he'll pick up his 24th of the season, and he'll give his team the 2-goal lead. Right side, Cougars able to get the zone. Dangerously in behind the goal, Oh, front there, they turn it over. That was one of the more dangerous plays that I've seen, but Cougars couldn't come away with one there now. Graves now, nice move. He takes a hit though to make a play, and now we're going to have a penalty. I'm not sure who it's going to go against here, but it's going to be the Cougars, it looks like, as Cannon fired a saucer pass cross ice. Big hit over there in the corner now as the Gulls looking for the back pass, and the guy is slow to get up over there now. It's Cranston. He'll work around the top of the circle. Shot there, just an absolute bullet. And now the whistle's going to go. And it's going to be a head contact penalty. And I think it just, that little bit of a tie up there just inside the Gulls blue line. They got tangled up. And it's going to be a penalty here. So 13:04. Looks like it's going to be Graves. So Sam Graves going to sit for 2, maybe less here on the 2-minute head contact penalty. Cougars collect off the draw. Greenwood walks to the middle of the ice. He'll move it over to the left side for Cannon, who moves it back up for Greenwood. Greenwood, right side for Cannon, left side. Shot there, save made. Landry all the way to the point. Good job there. Greenwood stopped it. That pregame soccer coming in handy there. Douglas turns, fires. Rebound was there. Another save, Landry. 2 in a row. Sears taking an absolute beating in front. It's Cranston on that loose puck. He'll come around the top. Give it to Greenwood. Greenwood quickly across for Cannon. Cannon. Cross ice for Cranston. Back up for Greenwood. Greenwood for Cranston. He winds. He fires. Backdoor shot. They score. Miller Cannon strikes on the power play. 3-0 Gulls, and he'll pick up his 13th goal of the season and his 39th point. And just like that, it's 3-0 Gulls. The first goal was Cranston from Levy and Sergeant Greenwood. Then it was Sears from Levy and Cranston. Now the Gulls looking for some more here. Backdoor pass. Zwicker in there looking for the loose puck. Comes all the way back out to the point, and that'll exit the zone. In the goal now. Cranston, a 3-point morning so far. Now the Cougars looking to go back the other way. 3-on-2 forming here, but look at the back check here from the Gulls. Parks, cross ice pass to the trailer, Buckley. He takes a bump. Pelham, unable to get the puck out of the zone. Shot towards the goal. Rogerson let that one go by as it goes well wide. Parks turned it around. Far side now, Johnston. He works out around the top of the circle. Shot there, deflected in front, bouncing puck, and it scores! A seeing eye shot in front, got deflected, and it just rolled off of Rogerson and into the back of the net. It looks like it's going to be Luke McNeil on the final touch. And it's a 2-goal lead now. So once again, we'll wait for the official goal call on that one. So we'll head back to center ice. That was a weird one for sure. Now is Sears. He's going to find the red line off the face-off, and he's going to pump that in deep, and he's going to get in on the forecheck. Landry out to play, but it's Sears there first. No stranger to the dirty areas, that fella. Dufour, down low. Cranston got a stick on it. He was pressed. Levy in to help out. Had it poked off his stick through the middle of the ice. Nice lead pass there. McNeil tried to make a move. Couldn't get by the defender. Gulls defender taken down. Levy back the other way. 3-on-2. Cranston in over the line. Drags. Pulls it over to Sears. Sears shot there. Landry the save. Rebound was there. Levy made the second save. And that puck's going to be cleared off a Gulls stick, so no icing. Rogerson, he came out to play it. Good thing he did, as the Cougars were going to be there first. Sears chipped it off the wall. Levy trying to find Cranston in behind. Chipped up and over everybody. In on the forecheck goes Johnston. Johnston, he can boogie. Big hit down there as he takes the brunt of that hit, but he's going to get right back to his feet now. Greenwood, absolute bowling ball down there right now. Bouncing puck once again. Rogerson looking for it. Referee's got sight on it now, and it's going to be covered up. Anxious moments there. So we have the official goal call here for the Cougars. It's going to be McNeil from Johnston and Dixon at 11:29 of the second period. And that is where we stand thus far. So just about halfway through the game here. 10 minutes and 20 seconds up on the clock here as the puck is down. The Gulls will collect off the face-off. Up the left side, Cannon on the outlet. He's pinched down. Johnston gets a little bit of retribution there on the Gulls side. Now it's back the other way. Lead pass, Jollymore. Good job to pick that up as he angled his stick to be able to pick that one up. As if to use a hook. Cannon out front. Cleared out of harm's way here by the Cougars. Soft chip off the wall. Henneberry got there, but couldn't hold the zone. Now is Bonner back the other way. Bonner, right side, shot there, save made. Rogerson rebound, bouncing way out into the slot. Douglas couldn't get there in time. Gulls pick it up. Nice pass through the middle for Cannon. Cannon will work through the neutral zone on the right side. In over the blue line, stops up, looking for the trailer. Good quiet zone there as Paxton Kennedy blew a tire. Now the Cougars are going to go back the other way. 2-on-2. Parks in over the line. Trying to decide what to do there. Now it's going to be turned over. Transition game at a high pace here. Now is Timmins in over the line. He'll walk in, shoots there. That was blocked before it could get to the net. Now as Braun walks in, he fires one towards a goal off the side of the net. Cleared in front through the crease. Sears heads up through the middle there. Douglas takes a hit to make a play. So he gets that puck in deep. Cranston in on the forecheck. Landry switch sides. Chipped up and over, lofted in behind. Timmins tried to be smooth there and grab it with his hand and throw it in behind, but just couldn't come away with it. Lofted up and over. Sears didn't know the puck was there until it bounced in front of him. Now Parks on the come through. He'll attack with speed. Over the line, shot there. Blockered away from Rogerson calmly. Hit thrown down there in the corner. That was Dufour taken out. Now Cranston, hard pass through the middle off the skates of Levy. That's not going to be enough for icing. So they wave it off. Barry back for it now. Partnered all around. Out front, Cranston turned, fired off the melon of Landry, and his ears are going to be ringing after that one. As what a release there from Cranston. Levy, backdoor for Sears, who was sneaking in behind. Really got to be careful with this line out here for the Gulls. Towards the front of the goal now, as that one's going to go high and wide. Levy. And Johnston's helmet's got tangled up there. The cage is now in over the line. Buckley shot one. Rogerson got a glove on it, and it goes up and out of play. What a couple minutes of hockey here. This game has just opened up wide open here. Back to back. Chances going each way. And the boys came ready to play here this morning. Puck's down off the face-off. Dixon fanned on it. Got a second chance. Fires it down low. Backdoor there. They had McNeil in front looking for his second. And now Zwicker's going to go back the other way. Zwicker got McKinnon at the back post. Couldn't get it through. And now the whistle's going to go. Offside maybe. I didn't really hear the whistle. I just saw everybody stop and the ref's arms go up. So it looks like it's going to be offside, and we're going to switch sides here. So 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Poked free. So no Ruiz here for the Gulls, and that explains why McNeil would be in the lineup here tonight, or I guess this morning. Not even close to nighttime, actually. Zwicker holds the line as Kennedy was in deep. Centering pass off a body, and that one just goes wide. Bonner trying to go back the other way. Picked off. Kennedy stayed right up with them. Turned over. McNeil, the goal scorer here for the Cougars. Tries to get it in deep. Greenwood picked it off before it could get the full 200 feet. Up the right side now, Zwicker. 3-on-2 here for the Gulls. Zwicker tried the inside-out move. He's pushed off the puck. It's the Cougars. Across the far side. Hit thrown. Parks fires it across for Graves on the far side. Graves looking for his options. Fires it through the middle off a set of skates. In deep now. Centering out front there was all alone. The Cougars. It's Braun. Fires it down deep. Zenon Parks couldn't handle. Looking for the return here. Gulls out front. Good positioning by Noel as he was open on this middle of the ice. There's Cannon reaching for that puck. Braun partnered it across up the left side. Cougars trying to get it out of the zone. Unable to do so. Held in. Jollymore will dump it in and head for a change, and behind the goal it goes. Braun reversed it back the other way. Turned it over. Cranston had it for a moment. Douglas fires it in deep. Cranston out front. Cannon battling in front. Good stick in front by Braun. That'll allow the Cougars to exit the zone here. And over the blue line, Parks left it there. Shot there and a hit. And that looked a little bit high anyways as Bonner's head shot right back. And he's slow to get up here, but he will get up under his own power. Now as Cranston's going to go back the other way. Cranston drives. Gets caught up with Graves. And a good defensive play there. Looks like Bonner's going to be okay. Greenwood was looking at the linesman there, hoping for a penalty, but he's not wearing the stripes. So down low for Sears. Bouncing puck off the end wall. Comes all the way to the point. Greenwood collects. He'll rim it across. Finds Cranston. Cranston quickly across for Sears. That'll open things up here now as Grayson Sears centers for Levy. Levy tried to get a shot off, but a good defensive play there by the Cougars is going to send them the other way. Johnston turned it over. Now back the other way. Sears tried to find Levy across ice. Now it's Kennedy jumping in. He'll get the red line. Wasn't able to get it in deep. Off a stick there, the Cougars. McNeil finds the red line. Now he's going to get it in deep down inside the Gulls zone here. 4.5 left to go here in the second. A wide open second period. Through the middle of the ice all the way to the blue line. Graves wasn't able to hold the line. So he loops it back to his partner. He'll get the return pass. Up the right side. Johnston turned it over. On the right side now is Pelleman on the forecheck. He's got Barry on him. Pelham in the corner. Outmuscles his man. He'll move it back up to the point. Right side. Partnered across for Kennedy. Kennedy is going to return the favor. Cross ice. Wines. Fires. Shot in front. Landry the save, and he will hang on. 22-18 the shots in favor of the Gulls, who lead this one 3-1 so far. So with Cranston's 3-point morning so far, he's up to 61 points. Sears to 53 and Cannon to 39. And Levy having himself a solid game as well with 3 points. A shot there off the face-off. It's kicked aside. Cougars try to go up and over to no avail. Zwicker holds it in deep. Jollymore on the loose puck, but couldn't quite get it in time. Worked all the way around to the far side. Outside the zone it goes. 3:45 left to go here. Chipped off the wall. Parks. And over the line now, try to center. Timmins finds a loose puck, fanned on the attempt. Rebound was there. Rogerson out at the top of the crease. Able to grab his paddle. Zwicker. The left side, now he'll find that loose puck. Zwicker down the left side. Stops up, he'll wait for some recruits, fires it towards the goal. It was tipped in front, but Landry sharp and makes the save. 3:14 left to go here now in the second period. Lively bunch on both sides here, both teams, both sets of fans. Ready to rumble here on this chilly Sunday morning. Back to Henneberry off the point. He'll partner it across. Shot coming. That was blocked before it could get to the front of the goal. McNeil through the middle, trying to streak Buckley in behind. Too far for him to reach now as Rogerson will guide traffic. Left it there for Greenwood. Greenwood stops up and goes back in behind the goal. Left side. Held in at the line and fired all the way across. Now Greenwood pokes that free. Got it through. Cannon poking at that puck. Couldn't come away with it. Now is Greenwood back here just inside his own zone. He'll pivot, open up, fires across ice. Cannon got a stick on it. And that one's going to go down for icing. Douglas thought he might have won that race, but it's going to go back down inside the Gulls zone here with 2:35 left to go here. Face off. Taken by the Gulls, but only for a moment as the Cougars collect. Cannon. That one bounced over the stick of Barry. That'll allow Cannon down the right side. And over the line, 2-on-3 the Gulls go. Cannon carries it deep. Good job there as he sold that. That allowed some space up top. Oh, front. Cranston shot. He scores. Owen Cranston regains the 3-goal lead here. Got a pass through the middle of the ice, fake to the forehand, and went back to the backhand, and that is goal number 33 for the standout rookie here for the Gulls. 62 points on the season now. A 4-point morning. Landry did everything he could. He was expecting that shot to come quickly on the forehand, but Cranston, good handles in tight, switch to the backhand and finds the back of the net. Sears takes a bump. Cougars now. Braun over the line. He'll walk in, drags, shoots there off a stick. Good job now, Rogerson, as he was able to paddle that away. Just under 2 minutes to go here now in the second period. Cranston working out of his own zone. Tried to find Sears. Couldn't get the puck out. Held in by the Cougars. Back up to the point. Held in by the Cougars once again. Kennedy. Cross ice, Cranston, real nice pass to Sears there on the one touch, and now Sears is going to be taken down. And we're going to have a penalty here. It's going to be a hooking call. We'll wait to see who the culprit is. Looks like it's going to be number 14. Nope, I lied. Number 3, Vinny Sims. So back to the power play go the Gulls. 1 goal on the power play thus far in the game. And they're going to come with the power play unit here. Sears, Cannon, Cranston, Greenwood, and Douglas. Greenwood towards the front of the goal. Save made Landry, and he will cover it up with a couple white jerseys surrounding the crease. Minute 24 now. Back to the point. Good face-off win by the Gulls. They're able to get possession and slow things down. Cranston quickly across for Cannon. Back up top for Greenwood. Greenwood winds, fires, blocker save made. Landry. Cannon on that loose puck. In to help out was Douglas. Sears there as well just in case. Douglas down low for Sears. Sears will work it up top for Cranston. Cranston winds, fires. Blocker save. I'd like to know what the radar gun is reading on those shots. Cranston across for Cannon. Cannon in the middle of the ice. Tried to find Douglas off his stick. Back to the point, Greenwood in front there. Douglas couldn't get a stick on it. 43 seconds left to go here in the second. Sears in there, 2-on-2. Cranston realized that they were outmanned, so he's going to jump in. Back for Cannon. Cannon shot, nice save, Landry. Rebound to the point, and that one's cleared. As that one just bounced over Greenwood. Rogerson left it there. 27 seconds left to go. Time for one more rush here if they hurry. As Greenwood will step out now. Cannon will open up, drop back to Sears. Sears carries through the neutral zone. That forced the Cougars to be flat-footed now. Drag move, Sears. Nice little tuck there, but wasn't able to find the real estate to make anything happen. Now is Greenwood. Had that one go by him. Now Parks in a foot race. Greenwood. He'll lead with the body. 2 seconds left. He'll just loop back in his own zone, and that's going to do it. Here for the second period, a wide open second period. 5 goals to speak of. It's a 4-1 lead for the Gulls. 32-20 the shots on goal in favor of the Gulls here after 2 periods of play. They will start the third period on a power play, but in the meantime, we're going to head to the intermission here, and we'll be back with third period not too long from now. You're watching the 2026 Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League here on High Button Sports. We'll be back shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Third period just about underway here. We are seconds from puck drop. A 4-1 lead for the Gulls heading into the final 20. 24 seconds left up on the power play here, so the Cougars will start shorthanded, looking to kill the rest of this off and get to work here in this third period. If you're just joining us, I'm Matt Dudelay from High Button Sports. Thank you for tuning in from wherever you are watching from. We're happy to have you. It's Cranston up the left side. Douglas got lucky there as it went off his stick. And now we're going to have a whistle here early on, so just 10 seconds in to the third period here. We're going to have a quick peek over at the Odotown scoreboard here. The only other game going on right now is the Novas and Wolverines, who are just in warm-up now. So back to the point. Opportunity shot there. That was a back pass or a shot pass for Sears. Now Cranston walks in. Down low. Sears, front there quickly. Tried to get one last play there, and on the power play as that one's going to be sent the length, and that's going to be an icing here as that was just as the penalty had expired. So we're going to go back down to the Cougars end zone here. Face off one cleanly, but it's going to exit the zone. Back pass the other way now. Nordine, he takes a bump from Buckley, but continues on. Nordine took the tough route there, and he was able to get the puck in deep. Picked up there by Timmins. Up the right side. That'll get by everybody and out into the neutral zone, but that's as far as it'll go. Now is Pelham back in transition. Simon Pelham. He takes a bump down there. Braun. Maybe not the biggest guy on the ice, but very physical. Now is Pelham looking for it. The net off the pegs here. I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but a nice save, Landry. Now the Gulls are going to dump that in. Referee realized the net was off the pegs. They'll get it back on, and now it's going to go. Big cheer from the crowd there. Referee did the right thing, tried to get it back on before play made its way back down, but the Gulls heading back the other way, so you could see their frustration, obviously, but they're going to get an offensive zone face-off out of it. Looks like it's going to be Timmins and Cranston on the draw. Cranston wins it. Back for Greenwood on the partner pass. Shot towards the goal, hits a set of skates and goes in behind the goal. All the way around the far side, Braun. Worked it up the right side now, back the other way. Centering pass, Rogerson got a stick on it and it landed in the high slot. Now it's going to go back the other way as Cranston fires a lead pass up for Sears. Sears spins off, cycles it down low for Levy. He wasn't able to get there in time as it comes all the way back for Dixon here in the Cougars zone. Dixon fired it around. Johnston chipped off the wall. Greenwood holds it in. He takes a bump. Carries it in, though. Now all the way around to the far side. That's going to get by everybody, and that is going to be icing. 17:56 now. The Gulls will get another offensive zone draw. We're going to go right back to where we started, but this time the opposite side. We're going to have a new center here for the Cougars. Looks like we got her situated now, and another clean face-off win here is going to exit the zone. Looks like Jollymore took a twig up near the neck area. Cross-ice pass for Cannon, too far for him to reach. Dixon will collect in his own zone. Banked off the wall. Chipped off the glass. Out through the neutral zone. Cougars now back the other way as McNeil tried to center. He was all alone until late. Four Gulls back in time. Through the middle of the ice, Jollymore. Off a stick, Douglas. Finds some space. Foot race now. Jollymore on it. He stops up, takes a bump. They work it out of the corner now. Cougars looking for the exit. Gulls hang in there. Douglas, shot there off the head of Landry and up and over the glass. So we'll have another stoppage of play here. Face off to the right side of Landry. Now he's going to fix that Bucky down there. He's taking a few off the melon. They all count as saves, folks. Maybe not your favorite way to make a save if you're a goaltender, based on how they react and warm up for sure. But a save is a save. Back to the point, Greenwood. Hustle play, able to hold the line. Look for the centering pass. Great diving play there defensively. Now he'll fire across ice. Zwicker. It's a little bit too hot for him to handle. Their shot, he scores. What a snipe, Jack Zwicker. 10th goal of the season, and it's 5-1 Gulls. And what an absolute rip there from the first-year forward from the Tassa Ducks organization. And he goes bar Southern there. So Jack Zwicker on a great feed cross ice from Greenwood. He's going to pick that corner, make no mistake. Not much Landry could do there. That goes in on pretty well everyone now is Rogerson. Shot from a distance. Chipped off the wall through the neutral zone. And now back up the other side. That was Braun on the outlet pass. Having himself a real strong game here for this Cougar squad. Really like the way he plays. He had a real good, clean, big hit on Zwicker earlier in the game. But I think now with that snipe, Zwicker will forget all about that. So 5-1 lead now. Braun, smooth skater, tries to chip it free, runs into a traffic jam. Through the middle of the ice, Sears couldn't pick it up, and that's going to go down the ice for icing. It was just too far out of his reach. So back down into the Gull zone we go. So that last goal was Zwicker from Levy and Noel. 3-point night. 3-point day for Levy so far. Shot from the point was stopped as that rebound is picked up, and in behind the goal it goes. Cranston moves it up the left side. Sears through the middle, softly for Levy. Into the feet there of Braun. Braun spins around. He had pressure from both sides. Now O'Neill tried to center, hit a set of skates. Now back for it here is Ty Timmins. Timmins will send that one the length. And that's going to be an icing charge to the Cougars here, so they're not going to be able to change. Back to the point, Greenwood, a shot through a crowd. That one just missed. Braun picks up the loose puck. He's going to chip that off the wall, comes to the point, but they weren't able to get it out. Braun went for the big hit. Now the Cougars are going to be able to get that red line. Johnston. And that one's going to be played on the offside. And so the whistle's going to go here. Just under 5 minutes into this third period. Puck is down. Douglas collects off the draw. He's going to find a lane here as he penetrates the zone. And over the line. Nice move. Douglas to the forehand. What a save there. And the rebound was trickling towards the net. But a good play there from Dylan Barry as he was able to knock that loose puck that was rolling into the net. And he whacked it away at the last second. Gulls now. Greenwood. Stick handles his way out of traffic. He's got Douglas on the right side. Good backhand pass on the far side. I love watching the youngsters make that pass on the backhand confidently. No need to switch to the forehand, especially when you're skating up ice. Cannon. Back to the point. Shot coming from distance there, banked off the end wall and right back out front nearly. As the Cougars looking to go back the other way, and they will. All alone, 1-on-4. Nice little move, in all alone to the forehand, and that's going to be a penalty. We'll see if it's a penalty shot. Probably not in the clear enough. So it's going to be a hooking call here. Nice sequence there from Luke McNeil, the goal scorer here for the Cougars. He was heading up ice, And he was looking everywhere but at the puck, so as a defender, you're trying to watch the eyes and the chest, but when you open yourself up and you kind of give away some fake information, made it tougher. So due for, penalized, 2, maybe less, as the Cougars will get their second power play here of the game, looking to cut into this lead. Barry now walks in, shot towards the goal. Couldn't clear. It's Graves. Back to the point for Braun through a crowd there. That was deflected wide. Spin around shot for Timmins. Reach around there. Lucky with no call. Into the corner. Pelham finishes his check. And behind the goal. Work it back up to the right side point. Braun over to Barry. Barry on the left side. He's got the seam pass on the right side. Graves whacking at one and now back the other way. Joneljim maybe had some space. Unselfishly will dump that down so they can get a change. And the fresh legs out here for the Gulls as the Cougars go back to collect. Setting up in behind the goal now. Braun steps out. Looking for his options. Going to move it up the right side. Nice feed. And over the line they go. Move to the right side. Down into the corner. That's Kellen Buckley. Back up top. Cougars getting set up. Shot there, looking for the deflection at the side of the goal. Nobody home for the Cougars. Now Buckley back with it. Pulls it off the wall. Nice little move over to the left side. Went for the shot. Tipped in front. Rebounds there, and the whistle's going to go quickly. Cougars fans not happy with that one. For the face-off, 38 seconds left here in the man advantage as the puck is down now. Gulls off the draw, couldn't clear, hit their own player. Parks fires that around to the far side. Sims there to meet it. Dixon, cross ice. Shot coming there, blocked fearlessly by Greenwood down to one leg. There's 18 seconds left now. Cougars forced to re-rack here in the neutral zone. So that puck came outside the offensive zone. Sims and over the line. Drops it there for McNeil. McNeil loops around the offensive zone. He'll try and open up some space here as he moves it back to the left side. Back up top. Dixon, cross ice. Shot pass coming there, and it was blocked. The Cougars are going to head back for it. Here's Dixon. Didn't want to take any chances with white jerseys heading the other way, as that's going to be dumped inside, so nothing doing on the power play for the Cougars. Good zone time. Just couldn't get anything past Rogerson there. Through the middle. Cannon looking for that pass from Douglas. Too far for him to reach. Now as Joneljim jumps in the play, he'll find some ice. Joneljim in over the line. Drag, shoots there. That was blocked, and let me tell you, folks, as a player myself, on the inside of the skates, that one stings there, and a big hit from Douglas, and that's going to be a penalty as the puck had left the area. I read the ref's lips there. He said he didn't have the puck. It did go by, and at that point it's too late once you commit, so got away with one. He's going to be getting attended to there. Just wants to make sure everything's okay. You just see on the right side of your screen there, actually. And that is Bonner. Alex Bonner back up to his feet under his own power there. So another power play here for the Cougars, back-to-back. And another chance here to cut into this lead. It's time ticking away here for them. 11:46. So the 5-on-4 just about to start here. And they're going to get an immediate clear as Braun nearly knocked it down, actually, and it's going to go all the way down into the Cougar zone. Breakout underway here for the Cougars. Timmins couldn't get it across. Braun takes the partner. He takes a quick peek, sees a man on the far side. Good heads up by Rogerson as he came out to play that. That immediately shut down the forecheck, and now the Gulls are able to clear. It's always nice when you have a goaltender that can play the puck on a play like that, especially. That forces the Cougars immediately to defend when they thought they were going to be on the offensive. Right side, nice feed, and over the line, walks in, shot there, and that one goes wide. Glorious chance there on the power play. It's a real good feed through a crowd. And now that one's going to be cleared the length of the ice as well. So Landry out to play it. Halfway through the penalty now, as we approach the halfway mark here of the period. Braun up the right side for Graves. Graves got himself through some traffic. And now once again the Gulls collect and will send the length. And now we're going to have a penalty here behind the play. And it's going to be Johnston, it looks like. And he's not happy over there. And he's going to be assessed a 10 at the same time. And the Cougars coach is furious right now. And now he's going to get the boot. A little bit of a scene here as they were mentioning the player that just took the hit, Bonner. So a 2 and a 10 to Johnston. Coach is going to get the boot. And he walks off. And now he's coming back around here. So they're going to give him an extra one here, so it's going to be not really sure what's going on here. 2 and a 10 was assessed. Coach got tossed. There's an extra player in the box, which I do believe is just serving the 10. As a former player who's taken a ton of 10s in my life, kind of understand the situation. So 5 on 4 here. 4 on 4 for 43 seconds. And then the Gulls will get an abbreviated power play. Didn't really see what Johnston did in behind the play as the puck headed up the other way. And behind their own goal now. A little confusion in behind the net. Zwicker will eventually pick it up here and he'll work out in front of the net. Zwicker heads north, down the left side. Still with it, stopped up. Lost control of the puck there for a moment. His teammates in to help out. Cross ice pass for Greenwood. Greenwood shot there. The save made. Landry, the rebound was there. Back up top for Greenwood. Picks it up on the backhand. Fires it over to the left side now for Kennedy. Kennedy back for Greenwood with some space in the middle of the ice. Shot there. Landry got a glove on it. An unconventional save, but a save nonetheless. Greenwood now. Wines couldn't fire. Gets a second chance there. Shot there. Landry the save. Zwicker in there, as well as Kennedy, but it's stripped there by Dixon. Dixon cut back the other way. Kennedy will stay on him. Comes all the way to the point. Greenwood will hold it in. Spin move. Gets around the first defender. Stays with it. Probably had space the other way, but creates his own space down the left side. Walks in. Shot there and a save made. And now we're going to have a penalty. And it looks like it's going to go against the Cougars as well. As Cranston will head back to pick it up. Rogerson out of the net. Cranston will let his man touch the puck. And now it's going to be a 5 on 3 for 25 seconds. And the faceoff's going to go back to the Cougar zone. A 2-minute slashing penalty. So a little party in the box here for the Cougars. So 5 on 3 for 25 seconds. Barring a goal, of course. Good heads up by the line and give Landry an extra second there. Maybe a little tactic to give his team a little breather. Cranston had the shot probably. Held on. Cranston walks in. Down low. Sears in the corner. Back up top for Cranston. Shot there. And the old boy snapped his stick there, so $200 worth of a breakage there. Sears now will carry inside the line. 5-on-4 now. Cranston works around the point. He'll get around McNeil. Over to the left side. Cannon back to the point. Cross for Cranston once again. He'll move it back up top. Looking for the seam pass. Tried to force it. Wasn't able to get it there. Cannon. Douglas back up top. Cross for Cranston. On the right side. Cranston winds, fires. McNeil wore that one like a champ. Very nice play there. Cranston across for Cannon. Shot there. Another laser. Cranston seems like he's a half step ahead on the offensive there as he picked that puck up and knew exactly where he was going right away. Power play breakout underway here for the Gulls. Slowly but surely up the ice they go. Zwicker, fake move, nice little fake mohawk turn there as he created some space, forced the D-man to make a decision as he'll continue on with that puck down there in the corner. Ooh, that was close. Had to be careful there. And now we're going to have a penalty down there. I was just going to say, more than likely just going to take them both. So it's going to be Sims and Jollymore. My guess would be roughing. So temper's starting to flare here early on this Sunday morning, late in this game, approaching lunchtime. So 17 seconds left to go here on the 5-on-4. Off the draw, the Cougars will collect. Rimmed around, now it's going to go back the other way. Foot race here. Parks chips it. Blows a tire down there. And that'll give the Gulls some time to break out, but they weren't able to get it out. Buckley chipped it in deep. Kennedy just missed his target towards the front of the goal. That was deflected wide. Shot towards the goal. Couldn't make its way there as it was off a set of skates. In behind the net now. Back to the right side. Shot there. That one goes wide as well. Cougars with some zone time here, pressing. No give in their game. The Gulls able to get it out. McKinnon just missed that. And now he will turn it over. McKinnon there in a desperation play. Now Pelham follows up. Shot there. Save made. Landry comes out and attacks the shooter, and good job he did as there was nobody backdoor there, so he was able to do that. Now it's Cranston back up top for Noel. Shot in front there. They were looking for the deflection. They got it, but it goes wide. Cranston recollects. Through the seam for Sears. Sears chips it into the corner. He'll work it back. Noel had to be fast. Nice spin move there as the Cougars go back the other way. Nice feed. O'Neill one-on-one. Stick lifted there from Levy, doing it on both sides of the game here. And a hit there that looked relatively harmless. Shook O'Neill up there. Hopefully he's okay as he's going to head back to the bench under his own power here. Sears tripped up, and they're going to be a penalty here to the Cougars. Rogerson. Very heads up to the bench for the extra attacker. Levy took a bump there, and then he took an extra whack. So the Gulls are going to go to another power play here. So 5:24 left to go here. 2 minutes for tripping. Have a quick peek at the Cougars bench, folks. Not a whole lot of bodies, just the 4 left on the bench, and there's going to be a timeout here. Not a bad play. I assume it'll be for the Cougars to give their team a rest here, so we'll step aside for just a second, and we'll be back. 5:24 left to go here in the third. All right, welcome back here to the St. Margaret's Center. 5:24 left to go here in the third period. 2 minutes up on the board for the power play as the Gulls get underway here. Cranston and Noel will play ping pong here for a moment. Cross ice for Cannon, into the middle for Douglas. Douglas shot there and he fired that one through. And that goes off the glass. Now Cranston walks down low for Sears. Sears back up top for Cranston. He'll walk in, shoot there, blockered away. Back to the point. Cranston. That one rolled off his stick, and that's going to come outside the zone. Sears in over the line. Sears got away with one there, the old two-hander behind the play. Chipped free, Cranston in his feet. Deflected, it'll get inside the zone. Cougars find it. Cranston can't touch it here, and I was just going to say that. It's going to have to be Sears as it was knocked down with the hand. Your brain, though, as a hockey player, you see that loose puck with some space, and your instinct is to just go get it. The faceoff's going to come outside. McNeil back for it. Cross to his partner. Far side for Zwicker, just on the left side of your screen. And over the line it goes. Zwicker loops around the zone. He'll open things up here. Now he's going to fire another shot. Tried to double down on the old top glove. This time wasn't successful. Shot towards goal there. McNeil got a deflection in front. That was as far as that chance would go. Back to the point. McNeil holds the line. He takes a bump there. Puck stays inside the line though. Pelham wipes out. Physicality at an all-time high right now. Into the middle of the ice. Back down low. Back in front, they score. And now we're going to have some extra shots in front here. Well, that's going to extend the lead to 6-1 here. I'm not sure who got the final touch in front. We'll have to wait for the final decision there. So another penalty here on the play. One more. Lachlan O'Neill. Rogerson out to play it. Leaves it there for his defender. As away goes Davis Henneberry. Over to the right side for Dufour. Dixon back for it. He'll rim that around to the far side. That'll get the job done as that's going to go the length. Henneberry now, he'll collect behind his own zone. He'll take the ice in front of him. He's going to move it over to the left side now. Jollymore couldn't get away. Henneberry recollects. Cross ice now for Nordin. Nordin. Dangerous there. He's lucky. Braun went for the hit the whole way. Just missed the numbers there. Real good skater, Braun. Enjoyed watching him play today. This is my first look at the Cougars here, as that one's going to be sent the length. 48-26 are the shots here in favor of the Gulls. So 42 saves for Ryland Landry so far with 2 minutes left here. That's nothing to scoff at there. It's a great morning there. Held his team in for as long as he could here. Now his opportunity. Zwicker back door there. He had the shot, tried to go back door, and it just rolls by the intended target. Back to the point. Noel down low. Zwicker walks in off the half wall. He's got some space, finds more. Over to the backside, shot there. Another save, Landry. McNeil in on the mix now. Noel carries it deep. He'll spin off, moves it up top. Nobody home for the Gulls, so that's going to go all the way down into their end zone. 1:40 left to go here in the third. Zwicker in behind his own goal. He'll leave that there for Noel as they'll switch. Noel up the left side. He'll carry over to the right side now for Simon Pelham. Pelham over the blue line. Nice move. Stick handling in a phone booth. Over to the left side. McNeil, back door there. Couldn't get it to go. Zwicker now fires that in deep. It's going to go up off the netting and out of play. 1:17 left to go here in this third. Nothing between the Wolverines and Novas so far. Halfway through the first period. The final U15 game will come later on today. Bandits. Puck is down towards the front of the goal. Landry blockered away. He's had a real good game here in this one. Don't let the score fool you. He's made some fantastic saves and a boatload of them to match. So through the middle of the ice. Nice feed there on the breakout here for the Cougars. Timmins just got called on the offside there. So we'll have another stoppage of play here. 53.8 seconds left. We'll round up and call it 54 on our scoreboard. No decimals on this bad boy. A face-off just in front of the Gulls bench here. Henneberry chipped off the wall. Wasn't able to get it out though. O'Neill now steals down the left side. Henneberry takes him into the end wall. 35 seconds left to go now. Nordine over to the left side. McKinnon couldn't hang on. Dixon, good wheels there as he opens things up. Through the right, oh! And that is gonna hurt Jollymore. I don't think, obviously that wasn't the plan. Dixon lost an edge on the way through, and he's up slowly, and he's going to make his way to the bench here. 7 seconds left to go. A little sword fight going on in behind the play here. Not sure where Dufour was heading. But that's going to do it here for this one. A 6-1 victory for the Gulls. On home ice, they will improve to 21-1-1. 5-point night for Bowen Cranston, 4-point night for Levy. We thank you very much for tuning in to this one. 6-1 final here, Gulls over the Cougars. Safe travels to everyone today, and we will see you at the next one.